gonna find the photos and I will send them to you.
Jesus.
And to go to the parties, we all had to dress up as characters from Father Ted.
Good. That's only appropriate.
So
if he's putting in that much effort, I sincerely would be fucking disappointed if somebody didn't come in costume.
See, this used to annoy me because I still had to work Good Fridays when I was working with electricity and stuff. So I was always in a suit and jacket, suit, shirt and tie. So one time I said to him, I was like, I don't have time to go home to change into a costume. Who's a character that's in a suit? And they're like, you can just be Laura Sweeney from Corliss and Sweeney. And I had a briefcase with me and I made a will, Father Jack's will, so that's who I was. And then one of the other following years, then they were like, we need people to enter the sheep competition. So who can dress up as sheep? I was like, well, I'm not dressing up as a sheep. I'm dressing up as Sampras, Dougal's rabbit, because we were running out of characters. So they were like, grand, we'll just throw you into the King of the Sheep competition as well.
The hell is that?
We'd great crack.
This is
what, the King of the Sheep competition?
No, this thing.
Yeah, we're in a fighting tournament, so we're just getting random people to fight for money, basically. But this race, if you want to call them that, are kind of like what would be north of Omikron. So essentially, what you're seeing there in front of you is a Nordy.
Right. So sheep, Amy.
Well.
Sorry.
Yes, sheep.
Yeah, but so I was dressed up as one girl actually did dress up as a sheep, so we kind of said, well, she kind of has to win this anyway. But they were like, you're still gonna do it though, aren't you? It's like, yeah, fuck, it'll be good crack, like.
Jesus, look at the teeth on that.
That's just a rock golem. Apparently they live on the ground.
Where do I see photos of them?
And fun fact, this rock golem is 2 years old, apparently, according to the bio.
Oh my god, there's actually a video from the King of the Sheep competition.
So you can kind of tell now we've maxed out our fighting skill because we're just running rings around this.
I was going to say you've nailed
Oh my god! I forgot the lads dressed up as the fucking Supremes.
Oh, that won't have aged well.
Right, here's the best. All right, this is the best part about this story. Okay, so 3 of the lads decided to dress up as obviously the right, the other fucking priests, right? As when they do the Supremes, and Al had gotten a new roommate who happened to be black, and he was like, who can I dress up as? He'd never seen Father Ted before, so he's like, who can I dress up as? And we were like, just go as Black Jesus, like it's fine, like that would be grand. So he was like, okay, that's fine. So he does this, and he then like comes down from the room, his room in the house, and he just sees 3 of our mates dressed in red dresses with blackface, blackface, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?" And then eventually we're like,
we need to show him the episode now.
So what had happened was when you walked into the house, Father Ted was playing on the TV as you walk in. So he had already watched the episode, so he was ripping the piss out of the 3 lads. So he's like, look, I know you're only doing it because it's on the show. So like that was it, because it was the most no, they hadn't got a clue. Everyone else was in on the joke but them.
It's just,
so
I get the thought of the poor fuckers sitting there like that and seeing him walk over and just go, oh god, no. Oh, this is literally the worst thing that could have happened.
I can't, it won't let me. I'm fucking raging because it won't let me save the videos to show you the videos that we had from it, because some were fucking hilarious. But yeah, here we go. I'm trying to find all the ones that have like stuff that he actually did in the house. I'm gonna have to screenshot these. But Jesus, we had a Nazi room.
Of course it is.
1 year. Well, it's in Father Ted.
I know.
I only watched it the other night.
It's just the idea of it as well. It's just like,
you kept the cyanide next to the Valium, you fool!
I wouldn't mind, but like that guy that did actually go as like Jesus, he could have just been that guy, that one priest that goes, sure, because I don't know, I'm from Donegal.
May I get
Just keep saying
We
that.
Oh yeah.
we had a fella come down, a friend of ours who lives in Donegal. He actually came down for Good Friday just so he could do that at the party.
Brilliant. That's good casting. So these are all the
Oh, there's
sexy
the milk
ones.
float. We had a pat mustard. Jesus, we fucking went all out on these things.
Father, he wants to know if he can put his big tool in my box.
We did have a big tool made for a big box.
Fantastic. And did you enjoy it?
Have a nice day.
No answer.
She's not obliged to answer.
Sorry,
Foxy.
I was sorry. I wasn't listening. Sorry. What did you say? I was screenshotting pictures.
I just simply said, did you enjoy it?
I wasn't Mrs. Doyle, so I actually never got near the big tool.
Oh, hard luck. Maybe next year.
To be fair, I think actually I got off quite easily.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I thought we had a bit. There it is. There's our lovely girl side.
We won't probe any further into that.
No, I think we should
Right,
leave
I'm-
that there. Though. Okay.
I'm just gonna send you the pictures that I have for it. So, oh shit! Don't send.
Are you accidentally sending nudes again?
Accidentally.
When I send a nude, it's never. When I send a nude, it's never by accident. You would be well impressed with the largest, smallest lingerie section in
I
Ireland.
understand.
Oh, there's one with black Jesus. We don't have pictures of the Nazi room anymore. That's a shame.
Shame. Yes.
But to be fair, we worked really fucking hard on making like the symbols, but like we did it in such a way where it was wrong. Like it was still done wrong.
Yeah.
If you get me? So like, I'll be honest, there was an awful lot of uncomfortableness when we were doing some things, and we were like, oh, is this too much?
Makes sense. Yeah.
But so that was the one where we were like, right, let's just make sure that this looks really stupid and tacky. Because I think one fella did actually come dressed as a Nazi.
That's the. I'm sure he.
You'll see the picture of him with
Okay.
I think he's with the guard.
Is that a big ass
23
tree in the
pictures.
room?
Anything new on
Yeah.
Ken's death?
And look, this guy,
Okay.
our friend Tarek, is keeping an eye on us, make sure we're okay.
A demon? That's crazy. Have you got any proof?
It's very kind of him.
Very.
Well, you know you can count on me.
Very
if you need any-
suspiciously kind of him.
Foxy, I think
Hey,
Tarek is
don't
sus.
worry about
He
it.
did it. He's the bad guy.
Good luck, Kale.
Yes,
I really hope you make it.
definitely.
That's him. That's the killer.
That's him, officer. Go get him.
It was him. Let's get him, fellas.
Oh Jesus Christ! What has Foxy sent? It's a blurry one.
Jesus
Irish
Christ.
wrestling history, that's what that is.
Trying to see, can I pick
That's
out
Joe
anybody's
Cabrera with hair.
really?
Yep,
It's a really bad quality picture.
yep. Well, it was like
Is that-
04.
Okay,
where's
if
Joe?
if you're looking, Joe is on the
He's fourth on the right.
on
On
the left. Oh right, left,
Yeah.
right, dead center with his arms crossed.
Oh, there
that
he
Joe?
is. Yes.
There's no time to explain. Come to the apartment right away. Please, you've got to
Is
come.
that Jerry?
Is it Jerry?
Jerry has his arms crossed, yes.
Dead center, right? Okay.
Yeah, with the tattoos on the arms.
Yeah.
Who's in the mask?
That's the original Irish Dragon.
Irish Dragon. Yeah.
Okay. Is that Paddy Morrow at the very end on the left
No,
with the weird tufts of? Okay, no.
no.
I don't
It's
see
really
Paddy.
hard to.
Stop
So,
bruising there
you
beside
have
Joe.
Oh no, wait, is Paddy at the very back? Oh no, no.
No.
Yeah, I thought
That's
that.
not-
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
thought that
Yeah.
was him as well.
So you have Manson, you have the ladies hero Dave Zero, Sheamus, you have Red Vinny, you have Vic Viper, Jerry Soul,
Should have fucking copped Red Vinny for Christ's sake, Amy.
Kennedy, obviously Manson, a young Ballymon Bruiser,
Very young.
Bamcatraz, Joker Bray, and a couple of others scattered in there.
Oh, we also did a painting of Bishop Brennan getting kicked up the arse. A lot of work went into those parties,
Very much so.
and I never got any of that underwear back.
All right then.
Oh, you'll see it when you get into Ireland's largest, smallest lingerie section. You'll understand.
Oh yes, I get that now. Yeah. I have to say this is incredible work.
That seems like so much work.
Oh,
For
hello.
one night.
King
Yeah.
of the sheep.
Oh, our girlfriend's in like been in the wars here.
Blood.
Yeah. Now, granted, we were about to go to Den's apartment, and she called us. So shit's been going down. She told us to meet us.
The picture
Roof.
the picture of the bookshelf, they built that. They didn't have a bookshelf like that in their house. They actually built it, and we printed off a load of fake book titles. So we had Gary Lineker's Book of Ghost Stories.
Oh, hell. I was so scared.
Is that an
I
actual
was
guard or
so-
is that somebody in
He
costume?
was really angry. He said he wanted
That
to
is the girl in costume.
Come
Okay.
here, please. Hold me in your arms.
Because I'm looking at the milk flow picture and it's hard to tell because she's so far away.
Yeah, no, it's she's in costume. That was actually that was originally going to be my costume because I actually had the Garda hat and the Garda uniform that they would have used at that time.
Yeah. Our
Then
girlfriend's
we
demon.
decided to let her use it.
This is taking a turn.
Yeah. Here we go. Shit's kicked off.
Demon!
Right, get the salt. I actually have an exorcism that we can use.
So here's the weird thing, right? If you die to a demon in this game, it's game over.
Like permadeath.
Yeah. Permadeath. Yeah.
Well, no, like you can just go to your previous save, yeah?
Well, yes, but it's actually.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So there you go. So our girlfriend was never a thing.
Whereas
She-
if you die to anybody else, you're revived?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, yeah, that's it. She our girlfriend was used.
So was she a demon the whole time?
Well, that we don't know. All we know is that like she was perhaps masquerading all this time, or maybe she was like snatched midway through our. See, oh hello.
My name doesn't matter. I had you brought here because
I didn't
have
ask your
something
name,
important to
presumptuous
tell you.
bitch.
Yes. I like to think. I thought initially this was actually our girlfriend again,
I have
but
come
I think
to
it's just
warn you
because
that your
like
life is in
everyone's
terrible danger.
the female faces are very similar in this game.
Mm.
I love that. That's an option, by the way, in dialogue. What if I die? It's
The
just a
demons
video
are
game,
looking for you.
and she will talk
They
to you about
want
like
you.
why. No, if you do die in
You've
this
already
game,
escaped from
your
them
soul
several
stays in
times. They're
Omikron.
mad with rage.
Whoa.
Oh, I had suffered fucking sleep paralysis last night, and I had a nightmare. And when I woke up,
The demons get
like
their
I was still
evil
like obviously I was
force
still
from
suffering
people's
sleep
souls.
paralysis, but
The
I
more
still had the
souls
vision
they
of my
have,
nightmare
the
of the
stronger
hand
they
like
are.
raised, like getting ready to
They
hit me
take
again,
souls to their master,
Yeah.
Astaroth,
and it took
and those
20
souls are
seconds
then
for
damned for
To
all
move.
that.
eternity.
No, it took 20 seconds for the visual of a hand hitting me to disappear.
Fucking
20
hell.
Damned
seconds.
for all eternity.
I was like, I had like the dream I
In your
had was like
dimension,
the house had gotten
your
broken
body
into.
would be no more
And I-
than an
I
empty
heard,
shell,
Like I could
and
hear
your
like
soul
things
would
getting
be here in
smashed. I could hear
Astaroth's
people shouting
reservoir of souls,
in the house. And then
enduring
what had happened was I
infinite
felt
torment.
myself getting punched, like something like been thrown, and then I felt
The
myself getting
first thing
hit.
to
And
do
then
is
when
to
I woke
destroy
up,
the gate the
I could still
demons
feel
created between your
getting hit, and I
dimension
could see a
ours.
hand like hitting down on me.
Otherwise, more players will
And I was
fall
saying
to
it to
the
my mum,
trap as you did.
and she was like, "It must."
Demons
She goes, "It was
become
probably
so
just like your own
powerful
hand." And I was like, "But
that
it wasn't,
no one will
because
be able to
one
stop
hand was
you."
under the duvet and the other one was gripping onto a pillow, so I knew it wasn't my own hand."
Astaroth put one of his
And it's
lieutenants in charge
proper
of
now
the gate.
freaked me out, and I'm
You will have to
googling
kill
shit
the
on it,
guardian
and I
to
regret
destroy
googling it.
Here's the thing, it was actually Foxy. He likes to hide under your bed,
Is the guardian
slap
of
you
the
and
gate.
giggle while he does it. If sometimes you'll hear him going hee 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 while he does it. It's a
He
thing.
had chaos.
No, don't,
murder,
don't,
and
no,
sent you
don't
his
do that
body
laugh,
to
because then that will
capture your
fucking make me
soul.
have the clown nightmare
He
again.
and
I
his
don't like
horde
that
of
one.
demons are also
Oh,
responsible.
that-
you
it's
not-
must,
it's-
you must
have
love
no-
my gimmick.
It like this is what happens. Like when I get really, really stressed, like my entire
can
body,
access the
like
gate
normal
through
things that my
Gandar's
body does.
office.
You do
decide,
know-
we're not going to do that
You'll
anymore.
need a
You do know
power
saying
then
that
I
now.
get-
destroy it.
If I
It's
see
the
you at a
only
show
way
and
to
I happen to be
annihilate
booked
a
on it and
demon.
I'm in clown gimmick, I'm
It
fucking
will-
targeting you.
it-
You know that,
no,
right?
No, you actually
Like,
won't.
Only when she's
no.
stressed
But
it
here's the
doesn't
thing: is
work.
I know for a fact.
You and
I know.
Dan
No. I
found
know
the
for a
only
fact
way
that
to
you
get
won't
there.
because you will literally
All you
put
have
me
to
into
do
a
is
full-blown
follow
panic
the
attack where we
signal.
might have to ring an ambulance, and then I will be able to sue you.
imagine the publicity.
The terrorist no
Like,
longer exists.
we-
Local wrestler
demon
cause,
we
like,
went-
causes future.
Local
John-
wrestler ruins
He
everything.
used her to draw you into a
John
trap
and
and attempt
Nathan
to steal
and
your
me went to
soul.
the cinema before, and the lads hadn't told me what we were going to see. John had
Oh.
gotten the tickets, and we went
Was it
in,
it?
and they
A
were like,
Yeshu monk
it was
awaits
it,
you in front
right?
of the supermarket in
And
Zone
we gotten into the
9.
cinema, and the three
Show
of
him the
they were like,
sign
you
of the
just sit in the
awakened,
center, because they
and
were
he
like, you
will
can hold
lead
on
you
to the food.
someone who can
So I was
help
like,
you.
okay, because then
There's
it's like it's
mistake
easier,
number one.
right?
Mhm.
Because I was like, that makes no
can't tell
sense.
you
And
anymore
John
for
was
the
like,
moment.
I don't want to be leaning into
You
Nathan's
must
lap,
trust
and
me.
Nathan's like, I'm not touching
You have
anything
no
near
choice in the
John's lap.
matter.
So I was like, okay, it makes sense actually for me to hold
Unless
on to
you
the
want
food
to
because
burn in
he's
hell.
dirty and Nathan won't let us eat it. So we were watching it anyway, and then like the trailers had started, and as you know, the way like the trailers
to get
are
into
like
Gandar's lair, you must first know the door code.
when like
Related
was
to the
careless enough
age.
to leave it at the scene of one
exactly,
of
yeah.
his
So I was like
murders.
watching it and like
Anissa
this
found
is
it.
I was like these are
You
very
absolutely
fucking graphic type
must
trailers.
get
I was
your
like for
hands on the
the
code.
movie that we were I can't remember what movie they said we were going to see, but it wasn't like an 18s or 15s even. I think it was like originally I thought it was like a PG or like a 12s movie. I was like, oh, this is a bit different. And then it's as it started, I was like, oh no, because the first scene in it, it's like it's raining, and I'm like, this seems oddly familiar. Like I've seen it before, which I had technically in the 90s. And then it started, and I was like, oh no. So like obviously the first scene where like poor Georgie gets like killed. As it started, and then like you see the eyes. That was the only thing I ever saw were the two eyes in the thing. Because then straight away my head went down, and my hands went up. So it was like no accident. I won't be able to see it. And then that was fine, and we kind of got through it. There's one scene in it where like at this point I think Nathan had copped it that I was like really really uncomfortable watching the movie because he was like she keeps like I kept looking down, or I kept like kind of holding my thumbs like to close my ears and like using my hand to shield my face. And then what happened is Nathan's like, I will tell you when the clowns are gone. I was like, thank you so much. There's a scene in it where like one of the characters gets separated for another one, and he gets thrown into a room that's full of fucking clowns. So Nathan prematurely thought, okay, he's away from the clown that's chasing. He goes, it's okay to look now. So I look up, and then Pennywise jumps across the thing. And what made it worse was Nathan jumped with it. John had jumped with it. But the reason why they did it is because I lost it. And my breathing then got really, really ragged because it caught me off. Like it caught me off guard so quickly, so suddenly that like my breathing went completely to the point where I forgot how to breathe. And I was just holding my breath, and I was like willing my brain is like, exhale, exhale, exhale. And I was just, the hand started to tense up. I was gripping onto it, and Nathan's like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And all I could do was just look up. My tears started to form my face, and John's like, she's gonna fucking pass out. Like, what the hell do we do? But because the row was full of people, I couldn't get up and walk out. It was horrific. Only then did like Nathan was just like, just shove her head down into her lap, and like that might work. And eventually, like the sudden jolt of him gripping onto me just made me go. I gasped because I wasn't expecting it to happen, and that's what set my breathing. Like that's what actually made me breathe again. To the extent where I just sat for the rest of the movie, my head just sat in my lap as I silently cried throughout the rest of the movie. And then when we were leaving, it was like 12:30, and he was like, "Well, I've missed my last bus." So Nathan was like, "Well, we'll just get a taxi." I was like, "Okay, that's grand. Will you guys walk me to a taxi rank?" Because every time we passed by a drain, Nathan had to move me away from the drain.
All right, okay, so I won't pick on you in gimmick
horrible.
then.
Yeah, I think Amy's got
like,
a point.
It's I remember one time, I think who was the clown gimmick that were at the Tivoli one time?
The Bronsons.
The Bronsons.
when Ali just went, oh no. Because we were sitting front row and I went, what? Oh no. Ali's like, come on, we get Amy out to the smoking area because if we don't, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
I'll make it all better by just like shouting and just doing a shotgun motion at you. Something to make you forget about it.